Music for Campfires and Escalations is provided by BattleBards.com. Use coupon code CAMPFIRE for a discount off BattleBards Prime, their premium subscription service. Additional music is also provided by TabletopAudio.com and our very good friends at the Clock Tower, a 5e experience. Their show is quite frankly superb, and I would highly recommend giving them a listen at the link below. You might even hear a few familiar voices. Having survived the games, the refugees now prepare themselves for their greatest challenge yet. Finding an outfit for the Founders Ball. Say yes to the dress on this episode of C&D The Refugees.
So, in front of you, you have several choices. You are all invited to each of these meetings as a team because you won as a team. So you can attend the Merchants Guild meeting, you may attend the Arcanum's meeting, you may attend a Blacksmith's meeting. Or, you can go shopping for costumes. As of right now, you are on the boat with Tilpa and crew. After a night's rest, you awaken, you see Molly on the deck doing various chores with Jabari. Which do you want to do? You can go and maybe your mercantile meeting to start your great salt's business. You hear a laugh from Tilpa somewhere you down into the deck.
I'm just like
May I make
at him, and Mr. Fluffy Bottoms gets up and starts like slowly meandering towards Tilpa. Just this fat cat.
Toph like
Fat
raises his
cat.
hammer. What is that foul beast?
That's
It's
Mr.
fucking
Fluffy
terrible.
Bottoms, a great and powerful being that I've summoned to assist us.
That's a
I hate
one-eyed
him.
purple cat.
I hate him so much.
Everything that I've been taught has told me to kill that thing.
Kinda cute.
He's fine.
Do you befriend this animal?
You can't just smash animals with a hammer because you don't think they're cute.
Is
You
it
can
diseased?
stab them.
He could, actually.
No, it's not diseased or deformed. I think
It's definitely deformed.
I think it's.
Is
a
this
fiend.
what bit Molly last night?
I don't think so.
That could have
He
been what
does-
bit Molly.
he
but
doesn't
that
have a
other
Did
bit
Molly-
you
Molly?
fight
That's
Molly?
got fangs on it. It bit Molly.
Toph raises his hammer.
How far apart were the bite marks on Molly, and how far apart are its fangs?
Gary's gonna measure. Pick up the cat like rare.
Toph is standing behind you with a hammer ready just in case it does anything.
Just crush it into her neck.
It's hard to tell, but it's not
It's like
beyond
a
the scope of
it's like a
believability
mosquito.
that the cat's fangs match up somewhat close to this bite.
They do match up somewhat close.
It's a... Well, if you take a human skull and a cat's
Interesting.
skull, they're not that far off, especially if it's a...
Slightly
Like, here's
smaller.
a big fat cat.
So these bites look like they were made about the size of a human skull's bite.
Yeah, there's two punch marks.
Interesting.
Weird, right?
Totally weird. Gary goes,
Yeah.
"It was you," and he's gonna hold up the fucking cat and then go "Nah," and throw it off the side of the boat.
And his sword's just going, snap, and it just reappears back in his hands. Don't throw my cat.
Do you have
squishy.
full control of this creature?
Can you do that with people?
Just
Probably not.
I can see through his eye, though.
That's not right.
So you've healed Molly's her bite. That's good. What are you going to do?
I killed any possible diseases that she has on it too. Rats are dirty creatures.
Molly looks a little bit healthier, a little more spry, a little bit more spring in her step.
Look, I have a meeting with the blacksmiths at some point either today or the coming days, and I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing.
We know.
I don't think any of us do.
I've made
Speak for yourself.
I'm very
Christmas
confident
parties
in what I'm doing.
before. I can go with you for that.
All you see is just the ones who's going to do this.
Your aid. I can do a good amount of things. Talking is not my strong suit, so I would appreciate.
I'm not sure you would like me as your representative as much as I'd be willing to help you. I don't present a
I
good face.
appreciate that. However, everything I've been taught my whole life in my cleric training has been told me to kill that cat, and I feel like you and I should at least have some distance, because I will try to kill that cat.
You can
Convey's right.
distance each other, just be social about it. I don't
So,
want any
no
arguing
ill
on the
will
ship.
towards you, my good man. That cat is an abomination. My point exactly.
You can't just smash an animal because you don't personally like it.
Oh, it's not me. It's
That's
my God.
ridiculous. That's something
That's
that a
not-
crazy person would
No, that's wrong. You can totally do that.
No, I agree. Death should have a purpose.
And I also agree with you, but it's not me. A higher power is telling me to do it.
In fairness, that is, from my personal experience, also the thing a crazy person would say.
Agree to disagree?
No.
That is also a thing a crazy person would say.
Am I crazy for following my God?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe not yours.
You understand.
Yes.
I don't know. Real iffy about this one.
Seems like there's some divide here, but let's go ahead and get moving on one of these meetings.
Oh shit! I just realized both the followers
what?
of the lifeguards said they hate the cat. Fuck.
You know what? We haven't had breakfast. We're all a bit cranky.
You didn't eat breakfast yet?
Just woke up.
Something
We
tried
just
to eat
woke up.
Molly.
I
I
did.
don't like the implications
Idea.
of that.
We go get food, and then we might as well get our costumes picked out now. That way they'll be ready before the party in like 3 days.
Yeah, we should at least get them started.
I agree.
That way we don't have to pay the extra fee like we did last time.
Should we go back to the tailor that I introduced you guys to?
Did they do costume work?
I'm sure we can do whatever he wants as long as we put gold in it.
Well, he did have to go get the other tailors from across the rest of the
It's very
boulevard.
true. It's very
So-
true. It's very true.
Giving him more than a day might be good.
Probably.
We gave him like 3 hours.
Gave him
Totally
like
fair.
6.
Yeah.
To the tailors then?
To the
I
tailors,
think
yes.
Should
No,
we get-
on the
oh,
way.
wait. Breakfast.
Breakfast, then tailors.
Do you think? Does Kundun do donuts?
Are you kidding me? The condonuts are fantastic.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
The condonuts here are absolutely
Do
fantastic.
they do espresso? Oh,
Shall we?
yeah.
Do they have beignets?
Beignets.
I guess I'll lead the party towards the nearest condonut shop.
Hello, welcome to Con Donuts.
We need our fried dough fix, and then I think we need to get a fourth wall breaking fix taken care of, and then we can go to a meeting.
I'm making chai tea later.
Wait,
You know what? I saw an opportunity and I
All
longed
right.
for it.
So, Tom leads you off down the docks. You go a couple blocks up from the main docks where most of the fisheries are and where the fish markets and fishmongers are pitching their wares. A couple blocks up from that, on the right, you begin to approach what you could assume to be an inn. McDermott's. Inside McDermott's is rumored to be the best condonuts you've ever had. And this is the shop until which Toft has led you, and the path until which he has brought you down.
This dark road.
Look, as long as they're still serving the breakfast menu.
Jerry comes out of the ship with coffee like, alright guys, we're ready to go. Guys?
oh no.
One of them would have waited for you.
Hello.
Thor would have waited.
I'm here to introduce some compatriots to the famous condonuts.
Have a seat at one of our many tables.
Thank you. Stay right over. Please.
It's pretty empty. It's probably... You missed the morning rush.
Double.
Slide into a table, deposit cat on table.
No! No, come on, please. No.
Where are your manners?
Who
Are
does
you going
this?
to eat it?
No, just let him find a spot.
Yeah, you don't put it on a
Jokes aside,
table.
We're all there, right?
He can sit on a chair.
Deer's gonna
That's
look
very
under
fair.
the table.
Okay.
God!
What are you looking under the table?
Seeing if there's much you
A bunch of what?
Molasses.
It's like chewing tobacco. It's just
3
stuck to the inside of the table.
That's 4, 7.
You find a single gold piece stuck to the bottom of the table with probably somebody's old chewing tobacco.
That's a gold piece, though.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gold piece. Is that a gold piece?
Is that
Correction,
tobacco?
That's my gold piece. Yeah, it's
Why it's so wet?
It's fine. We don't like to do what we're trying to do.
An elderly woman, well past her prime, approaches wearing a hairnet, very drab, kind of a purple and gray pattern on her clothing. It looks uncomfortable, like really badly woven, perhaps. She just looks like she's itchy. She walks up to your table. What can I do you for?
A round of Con Donuts on the table, please.
An espresso.
An espresso what?
Espresso.
Coffee.
Coffee, black?
Very.
Got it. Anyone else?
Do you do tea here? Tea?
She.
Tea.
What's he saying?
tea.
Tea!
Yes.
Tea! We have iced tea, we have sweet tea. We have hot tea, we have cold tea.
The sweet tea is fantastic.
I have sweet tea, I suppose? Yes.
Sweet tea,
Sweet tea.
black coffee.
Do you have any pigs in blankets?
Why would we put a pig in a blanket?
Sausage with dough around it.
We've got a sandwich that has bacon in it.
Close enough.
One hot tea.
Tea.
I'm personally fine. We don't think it's very much tea.
What do you mean?
It's fine. No. I
That will be it.
have money. I eat a nice place.
Con donuts and teas and and a breakfast sandwich
Thank you.
with bacon
Yes.
coming up.
The sweet tea is fantastic. For what we need 1 cup. We're well done.
She waddles off.
One copper.
1 cup.
Looks like.
Look, I struggled for years to not ever have to eat in establishments like this ever again,
Endearing.
and now here we are by choice.
The Con Donuts are still good, and I grew up here. I've spent many a times broke eating Con Donuts.
Do you
and
look
sweet
at-
teas.
You see this boa.
I do. It's a very
I
nice
am the
bowl.
height of fashion here.
I understand that. Does not make the
And
food
I-
any less good.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's
That hairnet
flies on
was...
them.
Endearing.
It enhances the flavor.
The price does not indicate the quality of the goods.
The cleanliness does, though.
You eat the
That's all.
the thing and then tell me how it is.
I don't want the one with the flies on it.
I just
Pass that to me, my good man.
I just really wanted to.
By all means.
Look, when it comes down to it, it might not be the best place, but we're going to get fried dough with sugar.
And as
Yes.
you're finishing up your conversation, she returns. It doesn't take long to prepare these types of meals. She brings over a large platter full of... They're square. With square holes in them. Not holes, but it's square with a square removed. So it's more like a square ring of fried dough and sugar on it. And she sets them down, and it actually stacks, and it's kind of like a step pyramid the way they're laid out, as they're stacked as they come up. And she sets it down. Syrup.
Splatter it.
She just pours, lathers spirit, and it
Dear
kind
scoots.
of and it flows down.
Lauren rolls up.
You know,
his sleeves.
you know, Caps only have that thing about years ago. what's
all the way back.
There's a very specific way to eat these, as we used to do as kids when we were broken.
Not with your hands, right?
Oh. He just looks at you, winks, and puts both of his hands into two of the square holes, grips them like they're brass knuckles, and goes...
She starts to head out, and she hands you a
the cafe
goes,
I saw up the
breakfast
road, the really nice one.
sandwich,
Thank you.
and it's like flatbread with. You're pretty sure it's cooked.
13
bacon,
still.
lettuce,
Norman just reaches into his sleeve.
badly cooked egg. She hands it to you.
Thank you.
I got a 12 for perception.
It'll be a silver for all of it.
21.
Right.
How much was it?
1 silver.
There you go.
I told you, there's good cheap food.
Deary and Awazir sneaking up
Enjoy!
to the table.
And as she says enjoy, some runners come up and they drop off a black coffee, iced tea, hot tea. They're actually, the drinks are really strong and actually quite good.
Why are these chairs empty?
Awazir and Deary snuck away to a cafe up the road.
Philippe is going to take out like a handkerchief to pick up the thing so it doesn't get all over his fur.
Tom's gonna notice and go, that won't help you, my friend. They are greasier than hell.
Thorn reaches into his
It's one of
sleeve
the syrup.
and pulls out a fork,
Point me.
pulls out a knife.
Fur.
Ah, yes, that could be an issue. These get into my arm hairs all the time. You know
I
what?
did not need to know
It's
that.
worth the meal. Thorn, do you not want...
I wanted donuts!
Who are you yelling to?
Deary's just like closes the door, goes off into the water.
Why do you just run off?
That's a shame. More for us, am I right?
I guess so.
Yes. How do they taste?
Have you ever been to the fair and had Cheerios?
Churros or Cheerios?
Churros.
Okay.
So it tastes like.
I have been to the fair and had
You know
churros, not Cheerios.
If this was Renaissance-esque times, that would be amazing.
It's really sweet, and you want to eat more of them as soon as you put one in your mouth.
Good thing we have extra.
Yep.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you
I'm a
fat!
giant pork man!
So you guys, they're good, and you kind of mow into them, and like you carve through them pretty good. There's not really much left. For a silver, you guys feel full and caffeinated. You want sugar roast
How did I get syrup on my
at
forehead?
the outdoor
It
cafe.
happens like
Fancy!
Tiramisu!
Porcelain cups, eating tiramisu.
Very small portion
baked
sizes.
souffles. The heroes of the games, as people walk by, and oh look, it's the refugees, the heroes.
Deary's like, yes, hello.
You were so fantastic. And you guys come stumbling out, coated in sugar and syrup.
Just that.
But you get that caffeine high mixed with sugar high, so you guys feel great, but you just look like you just basically stuck your face into a can of syrup and rolled it around.
Thorn was very careful.
What my father always used to do when he would eat these is he would take his beard and then put the excess sugar into his
I'm sorry, what? Tough? In the beat? I don't know, that doesn't seem right. By all means, enjoy yourself.
Philippe is sucking on the fur on the back of his hand.
It's not as bad as you would think.
He understands. Well, we should probably meet up with our other two party members wherever they snuck up.
It's not hard. As you come out of McDermott's,
Small
you
crowd.
just snuck up the street.
It is a small crowd.
And it's like I said, it's in between really meal times. You guys got a little bit of a later start than everyone else after the evening you had. And you see the two of them sitting at an outdoor cafe. Actually, they're within eyesight when you come out the door. They're entertaining passers-by or come by and kind of paying their respects. And you guys have just come off a big win, so you're kind of known in the city right now.
Ride it.
So you guys, it's easy to meet up. You guys actually have had a nice light breakfast with fruits, some exquisitely lightly baked goods, a little bit of protein, really well done coffee.
Why this takes a second, runs his tongue over his chops for a second and just.
Thorn is very happy to have a veil.
The veil is
just
sticky.
this sticky cinnamon sugar mustache across his fucking face.
As you just look around, all he hears, oh, do I say no? They're walking toward us
Are they walking towards us right now?
I think so.
Pagan's
Yeah.
wiping off a sugar beard just onto his
Did you two
coat.
enjoy your meal?
Look, everyone, the other heroes of the refugees of the goblins.
You just trying to stealth away?
Lucky.
What? Oh, look.
Hey!
Boom!
Oh, Danny!
He's lucky on this!
Yes, I did! I got 3 of them.
Dude, you missed out. They call donuts with amazing.
You're like, dear, you missed that, and there's an empty chair. What?
Hopefully they had a good meal.
Thorin will just sigh, walk up to the table, and settle their bill.
Oh no, Deary paid for it with the gold piece that she found under the coffee shop.
Where
Better.
are you two going?
Oh, I'm just going to the tailor shop.
The tailor shop.
Yeah, the tailor that we got.
Costumes for the ball.
Do you
Yeah.
remember how to get there?
Yeah.
How hard could it be?
The charisma characters are going to go find their way somehow.
How
You
they're
know
trying
what?
to find it.
I'm just gonna, yeah, Deary's just gonna like smooze up to the first person she sees and be like, hey, can you point me in this direction? Like anytime they start getting lost, she's just gonna fucking persuade her way to the next
Give me
step.
persuasion check.
I'll aid.
And so 23.
So, what tailor shop are you going? Are you just going to a tailor
No,
shop?
the tailor that did our clothing already.
Oh, you're going to get your fancy clothes.
Yes, we're going to get our costume for the party, but
From
done by
that
the
tailor.
same dude who did our very nice
Gotcha.
clothing.
Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's what we were all going
Yeah,
to. We were
that's
just
what, we know we were going to meet up with you guys later. We're like, no, not
We just
right
didn't want
now.
to get seen in public with you guys.
Not right
That's
now.
all. Because you're covered in syrup and gross.
You know where
Sticky.
delicious?
Uh-oh.
So,
Sticky.
with your persuasion and the fact that again you're coming off a pretty big win from the tournament the day before, you get directions to the tailor shop where you got your first set of clothes made pretty easy.
Nice. I'm going to greet them like they were old friends with theories like fucking
Bombastic.
yeah, her very over the top like fancy ass like hello, it's so nice to see you again. Mwah, mwah. Like
Hi, Alessandro. How have you been?
Good to have you all back. I'm so happy for your win.
It was wonderful. Did you heard us when we called up about the outfits, correct?
We did?
Yes. How's your business been since
My
then?
cat, you have no idea what you've done for me.
Perfect. Good. You can know me later. But we do need a small favor from you once more.
What do you need, of course?
Well, the party for nobility is coming up soon. and
Ah, the
we
costume ball, of
There
course,
you
the
go.
founder's ball.
We are in need of a bit of work done. Our friends should be on their way here soon, but
You need costumes.
we do.
yes. I would like to look like a beautiful, elegant songbird. I want to look so pretty that nobody else could possibly get as pretty as me. In fact, I want other people to look at me with scorn and jealousy. Can you do that?
No. I am a tailor shop. I will make you a dress. I will make you a suit. I will make you magnificent. But I do not make costumes.
Hmm.
For that, you have 2 options. You can do.
Okay.
The first option is the one the creative people would use. There is a line of stalls near the arena where you fought. They come into existence every season before the ball. There you can get pieces, wooden swords, pirates' hats, fanciful all over the top, but perfect for a costume ball. You can assemble, most do, your costume from the various stalls here. Bits and pieces, some have fake this, some have fake that, some is old clothes, some are new clothes, but it's all geared to be at this costume ball. Or, for those with deeper pockets, there is another option.
Tell us his option.
Something tells me this would be the option you would be most interested in.
You know as well.
Deary still's looking like put off, and he's like, "No, I can't do that." She's like,
If this is where you want to go, this is where the nobility would go. This is where those who have power and influence would go.
Oh.
This is where I think the heroes of the Colosseum would want to go. This is the Costumarium.
"What is it?"
The Costumarium.
Costumarium.
Cautionary.
She goes, "Do you have directions?"
Of course. Why would I bring up such a place and not tell you how to get there?
Well, you see, me and my friend here want to look nice. However, our other friends, who should be meeting us here,
I mean, we had talked. We probably got here at the same time.
We probably got here pretty much at the same time.
I'm very persuasive.
We're very
Can
persuasive.
Top guide you better
faster.
than a 23?
Probably.
Was it?
Anyway, she's gonna say, they're gonna come here pretty soon. If I give you this platinum, can you just not tell them about the costumearium?
Ooh, that's evil. Let's do it. Just be an asshole
And
about
as
it.
he's
I'll
reaching,
tell them
as
later,
he's
it's
reaching
fine.
out to take your platinum, they come in the shop.
My good man!
Ah, Tough, and the rest of the hero. What is on your face?
Oh, we got donuts.
Did you go to McDermott's?
I was a childhood favorite.
Like what is just
Thor! Me and Wazzy have something we need to talk to you about. Come with us.
Bye, guys.
Alright, take care, Thor.
Be safe.
Come on, Mr. Fluffy Bottoms.
Do you want a wet nap?
Yes, we need like several. How did you get this messy? I thought you ate with a fork and knife.
It's on Thorn. It's not apparent at all because he ate with a fork and knife, and then he just like sort of lifts up the veil. And there's just cinnamon and sugar across his face.
He brings out a stack of wet cloth. He's like, clean yourself, please.
Thank you.
Give that to you, and then we're...
Do not go back there. You are high above McDermott's.
No matter how high you
as she's
fly,
walking out the door. 100% correct!
no matter how high you fly to the sun, you can always enjoy what you had as a child.
Do you know what they put in their food at McDermott's?
Yes,
Don't
it
tell
makes
us.
it
Don't
delicious.
tell us. Don't tell
They
me.
don't need to know, but I know, and it's delicious.
We will have words later.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
Well,
As
there's a ball coming.
Ah, of course.
they've already come,
Ball.
he already knows. I'm sure he's making the costumes for them as well.
I am not.
Oh?
I do not make costumes. I make suits. I make dresses. I make fabulous clothes. I do not make playthings.
Well, where can we go to get costumes?
You want to go to the stalls by the arena.
That tracks.
Every year, the merchants come and they bring marvelous things for many costumes. You can make your own.
And this is where the nobles go?
This is where everyone goes.
Insight. Because now he's lying.
Go ahead.
Do, and I'm going to add a superiority die for when people try and lie to me. Alright, so with a 19 on the dice,
That's a really
that'll be a
good
24.
Superiority die.
the neutral evil.
He's got a +5 to lying. We don't know.
The neutral evil character has to try to be evil every now and then. This was a solid time to do it.
I'm not neutral evil.
No, but I am.
neutral. And playing a playful prank where your friends look significantly
Stupid.
less cool than you is totally harmless.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, just to reiterate, you're saying that the nobles, the people in power, the harbor master, they go to these stalls by the arena where the commoners shop.
Don't you fucking rat me out, you narc.
Sometimes, if they want to be disguised as
You
a
know,
common man,
In worship
it is a
of
costume ball.
in worship of Mortis, you see, confession is an important thing for the church. It is not good
He
to.
starts sweating. Sweat just starts to rain down his forehead.
It is not good to, have any regrets really. For you never know when you might go, and I would.
Fine. That's a place you can go for a costume. It's not the only place.
What is the other place?
I swear to God, if these punks show up and take it, I'm gonna go take my platinum back.
He looks at you and he flips you a platinum. You have to give that back to the girl. I have fear.
Fucking narc.
Gives him 5 gold.
They've gone to the costumearium. That's where the people of wealth go. The difference is you make your own from the stalls. The costumearium, though it's not cheap. I mean, even you heroes, it's not cheap at all. But these costumes, they're not just costumes. They're something utterly, totally different.
I know how to get there. Besides that
Very good.
weird wizardry that you might be speaking of.
Why did you not take us there to start with?
You didn't ask.
He makes a good point.
Thank you for your time, good man. We will be out.
I apologize, but she's very persuasive.
I know how she is. I'll make sure she gets her money back.
Don't be mean to her.
No. I'll plan something. Don't worry.
We'll do something worse. We'll be nice to her.
Look, Mr. Taylor,
Alison,
They don't remember his name.
I've never met him before.
could you make me a suit that catches the light? Something magnificent.
of course. You want it to be a reflective suit?
No, something that will dazzle. Something that will draw people's attention, but not be
Do you want
over.
it to be flamboyant?
That would be acceptable. Flamboyant, but classy.
Understated flamboyance.
That would be excellent.
Alessandro can do this.
Thank you. And if maybe a high collar, something befitting a very elaborate hat.
Do you want a cape?
Maybe a half cape.
Meanwhile, outside on the street. So, what's this costumeria
When do you
place you
need
guys
it?
are talking about?
For the ball
One
in
second.
3 days.
But you will be wearing a costume. What's the purpose?
I will wear a mask and hat. I want to still remain some level of professionalism.
I can have it ready for you in 2.
Excellent. How much will that run me?
For the refugees, a special price. 50 gold coins.
Consider it done.
You can pay when you come to pay.
Top's gonna overhear you as he starts walking out, and in his mind all these things. Why would I be a giraffe? Why? What's his name? Why would I be a giraffe? He's gonna hear you say like professionals. Sorry, Dave. What are you wearing?
I'm going to look flashy but professional.
Would that be something useful with meeting the blacksmith?
Unlikely. This is a little more dressed up than that and a little less professional than I would say is good for that. But a suit would work.
That word professional. That means like high.
Yes,
right?
high in stature and authority.
Are you seriously asking that?
I try to hide this part of me, but I've been around for a while. I don't know many things. I apologize. He's going to turn to Alejandro and go, I'll take the same thing Dagan is getting, just in a different color.
Yes, the color I chose for him would not work with you.
Most colors don't.
What color is your hair?
Probably, I'm going to say like a darkish, like ginger. More of a dark ginger.
Like Auburn?
Yeah.
For you, he grabs a swatch and he holds it up to your hair. It's like, yes, something blue, a bright sky blue, something to make your head pop.
Please do not make my head pop.
Not literally. No. To accentuate the ginger color of your.
Ah, yes. Perfect. I will take that in spirits.
Gold trim.
You know what?
Once Indira hears about their color coordinating outfits, she's gonna be like, son of a bitch.
You know what? You know what?
I'm sitting here going, sky blue with a darkish orange?
You know what?
You don't look like the Denver Broncos right
I
now.
mean, to be fair, the one he's rocking sky blue with like gold right now.
This is different.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a muted orange.
Yeah.
Auburn is not a muted orange.
You know what?
You look like a
Put
clown.
me down for another one of those suits as well. If they're going to all three,
Same style.
yes, if they're going to gallivant without
For
us.
him, for you, I chose a ruby silk. I think it will be nice.
I'm
You
okay.
have a cobalt blue. What would you like?
Well, you certainly know more about fashion than I do. What do you think would go well? And to remind you, he's got coloration similar to a puma, so sort of like light,
Tan.
beige tan.
Tan?
Yeah, light tan, sort of beigeish.
Do you want to make a statement, or do you want to be more of a subdued attendant? You seem not quite a flamboyant.
Subdued, but hard to miss.
Yes.
Subdued, but hard to miss.
I just like raccoons.
I think an off green.
Yes. Yes,
An
I think
olive
that.
drab.
Yes.
But with some pops of color somehow. Perhaps some piping or some trim.
Yes, I could see that doing well. Yes.
When you return in 2 days' time, 150 gold, and you'll all have suits that will astound, amaze, but have a professional bearing.
Thank you once again for your
Of course.
patronage.
And you should look into being a draftable. Because of your short height, the head would bring you up to a normal height, it would throw people off.
You know, I will take that into consideration. The answer, most likely, you know. But thank you once again.
At the Customarium, they may be able to offer you an exam.
I appreciate it. Are we ready then?
I think so. Let's visit the customary.
Yes, I think so. About how far away are we from the ship? Just real quick.
Half hour.
Okay.
We get the Peaberry.
Oh my god, that's the colors too.
Oh my god.
We are the refugees! We are the refugees!
God. It's just gonna be like that one movie with Antonio Banderas. We're all dressed as mariachis, and then we're gonna kill people.
Shit.
Wait, let's see. So the colors were: you had a sapphire blue, you
Yeah,
had
cobalt
blue,
blue,
ruby red.
And like an olive
Olive drab.
And there'll be piping to kind of offset.
Mariachis!
No, hold on. I just had an idea. For like the costumes when we get. You've got sort of wintry colors. You've got sort of summery fall colors. I've got sort of spring colors.
Yeah.
So maybe something like on that. So it's
Yeah.
But still mariachis.
sure.
I'm gonna be a mariachi, 100%.
I gotta
I'm
go get a
committed.
mariachi dog.
I'm gonna look
So
at in those
the
things.
Customarium is pretty easy to find because you have Toff and they have really good directions. It takes you into a section of town you've not been before. Toft has heard of, but not been. You go down an alley, and it's mid-morning sun. For some reason, this alley seems perpetually dark. As if the way the buildings are constructed, they kind of curve in and cast shadow in both directions. And at the end of this alley, you see a singular door. It's cobalt blue and white. It almost looks like, have you ever seen blue granite that kind of has a, it's white with like blue streaks running through it? I think I'm describing that appropriately. This door looks like that. A good example, modern day would be, I'm sure you've seen somebody's kitchen countertop has this.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that white marbled effect with blue kind of running through it.
Okay.
This door looks like that, otherwise into a very square building. Looks to be about 2 stories. No windows, this single door. And over the top of the door, it simply says, the Customarium, in gold letter.
This is fancy. Actually,
Nothing else in this alley except it's just really oddly overcast.
I'll be honest, I've never been here. I've only heard of it.
It's kind of ominous.
I like it.
Have we met up with them already? I thought they left a lot earlier.
They left a lot earlier.
What did you guys get?
They're outside. You guys are inside. We'll cut to you now.
All right.
You enter the shop. As you enter, there's no clothing in this shop. But there are paintings all over the walls. Like 3 sides of the walls, and behind there's a small counter upon which a relatively elderly woman sits. But there are paintings of extravagant, fantastical creatures. Fey creatures, dwarven gods, elven creatures, demons, devils, angels, dragons, you name it. If it's been thought of and it can be made into a costume, it seems like somebody's painted a picture of it and it's on the walls. And the pictures are really lifelike. The paintings almost look like out of the picture. And an old woman, his back's turned to you, she's busy doing something at the counter. Didn't even notice that you came in.
Hello. Man. Hello.
But it's just gonna walk up to the counter.
Yeah, same.
Oh! Oh! Hello!
Good afternoon.
Greetings to you, madam.
Good morning. What time? Afternoon. Okay.
And she kind of looks at you and she stops. Oh, you're going to be a challenge. How can I help you?
We have to go to the Founders.
Manners! 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 Where are my manners? I am Kana Bobatum.
Kanaboka. Yes.
Bobatum.
Bora.
And this is my costumarium. I assume you know why you're here.
We do.
Founders Ball, perhaps?
Exactly
Looking
that.
to impress our youth?
Very much so. We heard that you make some of the finest work in the city, and we hope to get a bit of your work done ourselves.
I can do that. Oh, I surely can do that. I just don't know that you can afford for me to do that. What I do is not cheap.
What is it
For
exactly?
you see, yes, what I do.
Today's not your day. Just
What I do is not what the pathetic attempts at the great art of costuming that you see in the stalls. What I do is I turn you for a day into whatever it is you wish to be. In your appearance, as we speak.
We'll
So
think about this.
you use illusionary magic to pretend to make people into whatever.
It's very similar to the spell of seeming. Only mine lasts for an entire 24 hours.
And how much do you charge for the casting of seeming for 24 hours?
It's not cheap.
Yeah, I heard you the first time when you said that. It interrupted me. I respectfully ask again. How much?
500 per person.
500. What? I'm sorry. I'm not from Kandun. Where I come from, we actually have manners, and we talk in a way where we speak clearly and plainly. How much? 500 what?
Gold coins, dear.
500 gold coins. So 50 platinum.
50 platinum.
Well, you have a lovely day. I will never see you again.
But you
And
don't.
you're supposed to walk out.
I have a question for you. Have you ever had any sort of back problems, any sort of slight maladies of the flesh, things of that nature?
No.
Are you sure? Never woken up to have a slight cramp in the legs?
Are you selling something?
Well, I'd like to make a trade, actually.
What would you like to trade for one of my virgins?
250 gold, plus a healing of any possible problems you could have.
When can you do the healing?
Now,
She snaps her fingers, and this broken, lurching, busted figure comes out from the back. Male, hunchback, arms kind of crickled up, eyes half shut. Looks like you've got some kind of infection from the nose, perhaps. Fix him, and it's free.
walks over. So it takes me essentially 5 healing points to heal each affliction per. It sounds like he has around, 10, 15?
Probably 15 total.
Alright, so it'll take me about the 3 days until the party to actually heal him up. It only affects maladies of illnesses, poisons, things of that nature. So I couldn't heal his humpback or his broken arms, but I could heal any sort of actual diseases he has.
So are you gonna try and do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn two uses of my lay on hands and heal him of any sort of diseases he has.
Okay.
So if he has syphilis,
touch him?
like a cold, whatever.
You see, his skin, which is pretty scabby and pockmarked and
Leprosy.
ridden, start to clear. And the obvious infection from his eyes and nose stops and clears. And his eyes become clear and his eyes open a bit. And the scales that were on his eyes drop away.
And the next use of this healing will continue tomorrow. It should be done before the party is over.
You're going to the ball.
I am.
Do you know what it is you want to be looking like?
I have an idea, yes.
What?
I wish to become a being of the night. A creature that has the very night sky as its skin, the stars as an accoutrement. I want to have a mask that is made of a fine marble or sort of moonlight. And I want I want my general presence to invoke not fear, but calm.
What is this? Does this have a name, this thing you're trying to be?
No, it does not.
Well, that'll be a first, but I'll give it a go. Usually people come in here, they want to be a hill giant, or they want to be a king or a prince, or some even want to be a deity of one sort or another. They want to resemble a statue.
Boring. Let's make something interesting. You're an artist. I like to make sure that an artist has something to work with.
All right.
Thor left. With Indiri.
Oh, they're gone. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not about this place.
my friends are gone.
We'll put together our outfits ourselves.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That's what it's about.
All right.
Oh,
You guys are here now.
I passed over 250 gold. Well, 20 platinum, 50 gold.
She takes it, pockets it. What's this for? I said it was free.
Oh, it's true.
I mean, I appreciate the tip and all. She's already starting to pocket the money. But,
Walks off.
okay.
It's a hefty tip. Oh my god.
Well, she can do her job.
You guys,
her job well.
as you guys are coming in up to the door opens up and out walks Awazi.
Oh,
Oh.
hello.
How'd it
Where
go?
are the others?
Quite well. We split off a little while ago.
Ah,
What is it like in there?
She's, how do you say it? Cryptic.
What is that mean?
you see, cryptic is a word that means. Iwazi was being cryptic when he told you that she was being cryptic. He was not letting on what exactly she did.
No, I was
Top's
being,
eyes just kind of cross a little bit.
She was being cagey.
Ah, thank you.
good luck. It's not cheap. Turns and walks off.
So you guys go in? Door's
Yeah.
open.
Sign
As you
up.
walk in,
The Wadi says it's not cheap.
she's got her back turned to the door, doing something behind the counter.
Taken. Question. The suits that we bought from the tailor, do we even need to be here?
Well,
A suit a costume does not make.
But I believe there was a mask involved
a
with it.
mask or a hat would complete the costume.
So I think I myself am exempt from the cost material as of
You
right now.
might as well see what she can do.
After you?
Excuse me.
Oh, more.
Excuse.
Why, hello.
Yes. Hello. We are told that this place is one of the finest for costumes in the city.
She motions to the walls. Indeed.
Well, we already have suits that we are going to be using as part of our get-up. I think we just need masks.
Yes.
I don't make masks. I make you into what it is you want to be. For a night. 24 hours from the time I put it on you. Undispellable. Undetectable. Perfection. You want to be a fire giant at the ball? You will be a fire giant at the ball. Of course, everyone at the ball knows these are only costumes. No one expects you to be an actual fire giant, but visually stunning. And she points to one of the paintings. Is that actually a fire giant?
I see.
It is an enchantment, a seeming, if you will. But it is not cheap.
And only for one day, you said?
For the period usually of the ball plus a little bit extra. Some people, they go to the ball, they find each other, they enjoy the seeming, they go home in the seeming, they spend the evening.
He is a priest of life. He can explain it all to me, I'm sure.
I'll make sure you understand. But
It's fun to play as a nun.
I can imagine so. The thing we want to know most is when you say it's not cheap, what are we talking about?
500 gold coins, dear.
500 gold coins.
It's what the nobles seem to want to pay.
You know what? I respect your art. I respect your wage. Would anybody like to pay 500 gold coins to be something they are not?
Well, I'm sorry to waste your time.
None wasted, none wasted. It's always good to meet people. You may have a need of my art at some point. Some folks find other uses for the ability to be something else entirely for a day.
I could definitely
Well, that's
see.
fair.
You might need.
Top
might be useful
immediately
at some
looks
point.
around when she says something to be else for a day. I kind of look around. I do have one question for you. Hypothetically, if I decide to forego your services, could you make me a giraffe?
You don't even know what that is.
I don't. I just need to know.
If you were to forego my services, dear, that would mean you don't want to use them.
Toph looks really defeated off in the corner. Like, I thought I knew that
But
word.
yes, I could make you into a giraffe.
Can you?
And she points to a picture. There's indeed a picture up in the corner of a giraffe.
So Toph.
Standing in some tall grass, trying to strain up to eat some leaves.
Toph kind of like shudders a little bit.
Top looks at it.
Yeah, literally.
Something wrong with that horse.
It's majestic.
They're found on the other coast across the water.
They have blue tongues.
They have what?
They have blue tongues.
Oh yeah,
Tongues
you're
are-
literally the only one who's not.
Yeah, literally.
We're all like, strap, what?
They have blue tongues. Would you like a blue tongue?
Hypothetically, would a giraffe impress the nobility?
I'm sure there'll be one or two that would be interested.
I don't think that this is the avenue for success for what you're looking for.
You know what?
They would give you some height.
Toph is gonna like longingly, childlike look at the giraffe picture, and I'm gonna make a personal roll. Oh no!
Alright.
Personal goal.
Tough. How much money do you have?
I would rather not say that in front of the lovely patron, but if I can take it. Excuse me.
From
Does he understand he's the patron?
One is not
Bro, I'm buying you a dictionary for your birthday.
You know, I want to say it's just my character, but it's not.
I know. You've now formed every word.
No.
So Philippe is going to
Works so well with my character.
Philippe is going to lean in close. One needs great faith to be a priest, not great intellect.
He's a priest. That explains it. You probably would not want to be a giraffe.
You know, as I think about it, maybe the giraffe is not the greatest avenue. Seeing as
He is a priest of life.
what would you recommend for a life priest who is both born and raised in Khandun and is not very familiar with the
A life priest. A symbol of reproduction.
Pardon?
A rabbit.
Guys, are we going to a furry ball?
I'm already there.
This is that?
This may be a convention of sorts.
Welcome to FurCon.
I suddenly, as a tabaxi, no longer wish to go.
I was about to say I want to go more. Let's go.
The tiny animals,
They are extremely adept at creating life.
No. No.
aren't they smaller than I am?
By far, but I
Nope.
could make you a dwarf-sized rabbit, man, person, thing.
This is just a furry convention!
Look, nobles are into some shit.
That's facts.
That's fair.
Facts.
That's the truth. Write it down.
I am very out of my depth, as you can see. General question. Do nobility like dwarven-sized rabbit people?
If the answer answer is anything other than extremely.
Well, it motions up to the wall, and there's just like fur-covered creatures make up like a third of the top row. I don't know that they have a favorite.
This makes a lot of sense. No
I
wonder.
don't know if they have a favorite.
No wonder why the guy so good so quick.
There's a reason they pay so much, dude.
Dude.
Tough. I think maybe you should give this some
half a
time.
second and left.
Look, if the nobility like it, and I
Yeah.
make an impression on the nobility,
Tough.
You have to make an impression on you.
One moment. I'm going to ask her a question very quickly. How long does it take you to make one of these? You have time to make a decision. We will leave, and I will explain to you all of the things you are missing.
what am I missing? If the nobility likes it,
Explains so
I can make a
much.
good impression.
This explains.
Philippe
Oh,
is
no,
going.
guys.
Philippe.
Toph watched Beastars.
It started with Zootopia and it ends here.
Philippe is going to walk over and just whisper something in Toph's ear.
Whisper.
You know what he's whispering. He's explaining what. Yeah.
Top's eyes widen.
Can't see, but look at his face.
Face pales.
Head empty.
This is filth. Filth!
Newsweek. They like it that much.
I've never been. I only service the requested become. But I've never had a complaint.
Comes to me. I have a personal question for you. Toph, Philippe, will we be getting anything from this place?
I do not believe I will.
I'm considering it.
You know you could be a human.
I will be
You
planning.
don't have to have fur.
So
Preferably not.
What's wrong with
Look, nothing against. It's just not for me. No, it's you again. It's you.
That's racist.
What will impress and dazzle the nobility?
Originality would impress them.
Question. In Khandu, are dwarves normally lower to middle class citizens?
Yep.
Could you make me a king dwarf?
I could make you appear in every sense of the word a king of dwarves. It would be up to you to carry that, but I can only do visual. I cannot teach you the difference between foregone and patron.
Can you make me look so, not only of course noble, but fear-inspiring that I may not even have to talk?
Of course, you will look for
You have a few days to make a decision. Do not be rash.
It's like, don't have to talk. Wham!
Just takes the 500 juice. When you're ready, it lasts for 24 hours. The only way it can be broken is if you decide to no longer appear the way you are.
Understood.
It's better if you have a real king in mind. Otherwise, I will make you how I believe a king should look. Which I have actually seen imagery of. So,
This will wow the nobles, and maybe if I am able to wow them enough, I will need the gold.
Tough, I'll cover your suit.
I will do my best to cover it, and I appreciate that.
Alright, the offer is there.
I appreciate it.
I hope your deal with the blacksmith goes well. You need it too now.
That's how much in platinum? How much is that?
50.
platinum.
Yeah. But when Philippe said that he would bankrupt him, he wasn't joking.
I'm at 1 platinum.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose we can still get masks for the seasons, but it's just not the same without winter.
Same with what?
Same with the letter.
I apologize.
He had the blue colors. So.
This seems like an opportunity.
No, it's fine.
I grew up on those donuts.
No, it's fine.
Donuts.
They were good donuts.
Tough, I'll have to come back when you become king.
Be the first one to witness. The impossible.
King Tough.
Toffee, oh my god.
It's not impossible, it's just highly improbable.
Valid.
I'm surprised you knew what that meant.
I didn't.
So you guys exit the shop?
Yeah. I think we're headed to the
Where are you
stalls.
headed? Oh, the stalls. Here you go.
We still need masks.
Skull
I'm pretty sure that's where me and Indiri were heading too.
No, I'm gonna go back to the tailor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to the stalls. I'm curious. We're going to the stalls.
I'll join. I've already my costume, but I'll join you with the stalls.
Yeah, as well. Yeah,
It's where you get to be a tourist in your own
So
city.
you know you went back to the tailor. It's pretty easy to find. You're
Uh,
alone, and Alessandro's in his shop. He's working on something.
Taylor.
Deary's gonna come in and what's his name again?
Alessandro.
Alessandro. She's gonna go. Alessandro.
He turns around and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I gave him the platinum back. He's supposed to give it to you."
You told them?
He knew I was lying. He's very good.
Which one?
Batman.
You could have just said, "Yeah, I'm lying. I'm not gonna tell you where it is."
Oh. You're right. I could have, but that's not what happened. I'm sorry. I'm not good at lying. I'm a tailor. I don't lie.
God, you're worse than the ferret guild back home.
Fair guild.
How can I help you?
All right, you're a tailor. You can make outfits, right?
I just can't make you fancy in the face.
That's fine. I can fucking buy something else somewhere else. Okay. I need a dress that's gonna make everybody else fall over it. They're gonna be all. Also, what kind of a ball is this? Apparently, people are just going in like grandiose illusions. That fucking costumer doesn't sell costumings. They're an illusioner. That is false advertising.
The nobility have long since gotten bored with normal costumes. Those of great wealth display illusions to impress. The rest of those that attend the ball go to the stalls and make costumes.
Deary is gonna like think about that. Like she had a spark, and she's gonna say, "How many elves are in Conduit?" I'd imagine next to none,
I've
right?
never seen one.
Yeah, me either. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna draw up some things. I'm gonna bring them back, and I've got an idea for a dress for you.
Sounds fabulous. I'd be happy to help.
I might-
After my last, well, I need to, I owe you.
She nods and she goes, "Whatever projects you're working on right now, don't even worry about it. I will pay you double to make my thing first."
How much did I charge you?
50.
That'd be 100 gold.
That's fine. I've got. Well, wait. 100 gold is not a platinum. It's 10.
10
right? Let
10
me.
platinum.
I know I have that, but let me make sure in my bank account before you talk to them. Oh, yeah. She goes, "Absolutely.
Done? Bring me your plans.
All right."
I'll be happy to work on it.
I gotta stop coming to this man. He's not reliable.
No, he's still gonna get our stuff done.
He's great. So Deary's gonna run off and like run back to the ship and be like, "Hi Molly, bye Molly," and like grab a bunch of stuff and start like drawing up plans. Deary is going to try and make a dress based off of the ancient depictions of the elves from the temple that we went to.
Hey.
I like it.
She's gonna be in an extravagant elven dress, and she's going to play up the fact that she's an elf.
She's going to extend her own ears.
Give
Well,
me,
she's gonna accentuate
give
them,
me
make it.
give me two things.
Yeah.
One you can do right now. The other one might take you a minute. You might even be able to do it today. Give me a performance roll.
Nice. 7. Lucky. 8. I guess I'll take the fucking 8. Either way, it's an 18.
It's good enough. So you're able to illustrate without issue almost exactly, but you can almost replicate it like a savant would have seen some people replicate.
Right.
The other thing I want is a rough sketch. Just give me a basic idea of what it is you want this to be.
Okay, I can do that easily. Well, I wouldn't say easily,
I
but
knew you could do that. Vera's working on her drawing. Where did you go?
I went to the market, to the stalls next outside the arena to see like where people are buying costumes. I'm gonna just stare at the poppers,
Thorn?
and then I'm gonna have some fish and chips while I'm there.
Why are you staring at the poppers?
Because it's funny to me.
Where did you go?
Thorn got lost. Because Thunder doesn't know Kundun.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Give me a d20.
13.
You find yourself in a seedier part of town. You don't recognize anything, and the faint of the sea is the smell of the sea is fainter here. There's taverns around. It's kind of where you think Toph might have been from. It's a pretty rough section.
Oh god, you're wearing really nice clothes.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh, shit. Mr. Fluffy Bottoms, I don't suppose you know where anyone is. No, I don't.
Hey!
Yes, sir.
You smell sweet.
Thank you?
Why do you smell so sweet? You've been eating something succulent.
Probably the donuts.
you got a pretty mouth.
Just couldn't do it.
Punch him to the throat and run!
John! This dear boy smells sweet. And out of the alley, another one trundles. This one's a bit bigger.
This is
You one of those wealthy nobles got lost and came down to our part of Kundun?
I don't think that's the proper term. But I think, yeah, I did get lost.
You need help getting out of here?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Give us some of your fancy coins. We'll probably let you get out of here.
We're about to get.
Oh, fuck, I think I... Is this a mugging? Am I being mugged?
Johnny. And so a guy in a torn up like leather vest looking thing, no shirt on, ragged pants, typical thug, big cudgel, one-handed, he's advancing towards you. You've got about 10 feet from him to you.
10 feet.
I know it's gonna
Do
happen.
you really want to go up against a refugee from the games?
You aren't no refugee.
I lift up the veil.
Roll an intimidation check.
Charisma. Oh, fuck.
It's like good shit.
I'm not proficient in charisma, so I think that's just the 22.
Oh, just a 22.
He literally just kind of stops in his tracks. He's just like, he like had this whole shit kicking.
I fought a giant scorpion man. It stung me in the face twice.
Carl, this is a bad idea, man.
I summon bugs from my hands and have an angry god in the back of my head. Back the fuck up, John!
Carl, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this anymore. You always pick bad ones. And the both of them just kind of shrink back.
Now, Thor's gonna just
Charge them for the privilege.
You're not there. You're not there.
Now, Thor just sort of
Do it.
takes his veil, pulls it back down, reaches down, and picks up his cat and protests loudly. Which way to the docks?
Go to the end of the street and you make a right and just keep going. You hit the sea.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, John.
Well,
Carl.
bye.
If I ever see the two of you again, I'm going to fill your mouths full of locust.
Oh,
Thor walks away.
Carl, I hate you.
Back the fuck up, For those I couldn't see, Tyler also pointed very ferociously.
It was an ecstatic point.
It was very good.
Emphatic, in fact.
Let this be a lesson to anyone who's listening that you don't always win fights by fighting.
It's true.
It's pretty easy to make your way back to the docks. Once you get out of this particular section, it's business as normal. People are going about their day. No one's paying you much attention. You just happen to walk down one of those places where everybody's a prey or a predator. Obviously, Kundun's got its issues.
We live another day, Mr. Fluffy Bobbins. Wow. You're much easier to talk to than Steve. Shut up, Steve. You're a prick. No, I'm not going... Why would I do that? I would do that probably to John. Carl, maybe not. I'm talking in the street. I keep walking. I go to the boat.
All
I
right.
go have a nap.
You're
Some poor homeless
watching the
guy's
ball.
I'm having fish and chips, watching the poor, trying to buy
Three of you are
coffee.
going
and
to
just
the
going,
stalls,
Yeah, he'll get there first.
and you're going back to the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to take a nap.
Easily done. You get back to the ship without problem. You see Molly up there with Jubar. She seems to almost always be at his side now. She's kind of become a father figure to her almost.
Oh, that's right. Molly, you get to sleep with Mr. Fluffy Bottoms so the rats don't bother you. I just put the cat in her arms.
What?
I'm already walking away.
Deary is like on the like railing of the ship, like lounging with like papers all over her. Like, no, that's not fucking right.
Jabari looks at the thing and he looks at some line and he pulls out a rope and he takes a large knife out. He sections out the rope and he gets a piece of cord about that long. He wraps around Mr. Fluffy Bottom's neck and he hands it to him. There he goes. Don't lose the cat. I
Molly.
think it's a cat. Don't lose the cat. Feed it a rat. I don't know. So you guys go to the stalls.
Yeah.
Who's the three of you together?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So you come up you're coming up to the Coliseum, and much like the you ever see the farmers market? It's kind of like that. They're very makeshift. There's no U-Haul, but it's very makeshift, very kind of thrown up, seasonal. Kind of like to see the seasonal pumpkin patch things and all that crap around here. It's like that. Very seasonal. Some of them are more extravagant. Some of them are kind of bigger area, bigger tent you can walk in. And they do have a bit of everything. This is a port town, so they've got extravagant looking things. They've got seafaring things. They've got garbage. They've got some decent stuff. It's very similar to a flea market, but there's stalls with masks. Some of them are just wood that have been poorly carved. Then there's a couple artisan stalls where the masks are actually quite nicely carved. There is actually a few places where there are guys carving masks to order. This still being the time period it is, most masks are porcelain, cloth, or wood, just put over the face with some type of fastener. And there are the classic kind of richer masquerade ball masks where you just have the simple eye thing with the nose or something very simple that still shows most of the face. So your options are, as long as it's more of normal mask, not like, you'll throw a head, pull it over, I now become something else entirely. No, I'm a person wearing a mask, that's where you're at. And they've got props, there's wooden swords, there's fake toy crossbow looking things, there's even someone smartly, you go into a stall, there's really, 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 really poor replicas of the refugees.
Oh, too bad Deary's not here. She would buy all of them and then play with them.
This is our stuff!
And there's you're outside the sporting event and there's a memorabilia. There's like a stall of little badly carved figurines of you guys and horrible likenesses of your faces as masks. And you begin to realize there is a chance people are going to go to the ball as you.
That's gonna get real confusing when
Yeah.
Lauren doesn't have a costume.
My face doesn't do that.
Let me ask you. And he holds one of the masks next to himself. Do we look like that?
It looks
He
nothing
looks like a
you.
Picasso version of himself.
Quite familiar.
You don't know what half the words I say mean.
Finger guns!
He just does the.
Finger crossbows.
So, what is it you guys are looking for?
Being a cat person, I'm gonna need a custom mask.
Okay. And it's literally an artisan, a younger fella. He looks pretty worldly. Not a sailor, but you might get the sense he spends a lot of time around wood.
Mhm.
And he's working on a mask, and it's pretty ornate. It's artistic for sure. Definitely not dull. And he's got no one else in his shop. He seems to be working on this one mask.
And it looks like really nice.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh God, what would be a good idea? A there's a dancing troupe. They tour.
Cirque du Soleil?
Cirque du Soleil style.
Okay. That looks quite nice, friend.
That's all I do.
I think I will be getting a custom mask myself.
What were you looking for?
Well, we're going to be going to the ball, and I figured that why not do something a bit cheeky? Could you make me a mask of me?
You know there's a stall just down the road that
A good one.
Yeah.
And not exactly like me. Give it a few touches, make it sort of how you're doing there, with the more fanciful stuff. Make it. I was thinking something more like somewhat neutral expression, but with a motif of almost plant life growing amongst it. Something reminiscent of vines and leaves. I'm going to have a suit of similar coloration. I want it
I've
to match.
seen these faces carved in trees before. There's a name that eludes me. But I know what you're talking about. And I can render one for you. It'll
Yes.
take me a better part of a day.
All right.
It'll cost me about 5 gold in my time, and probably maybe another 5 gold in materials.
All right. So half now, half on delivery.
Fair enough, sir.
Gonna take out 5 gold, hand it to him.
Thank you very much.
About this time tomorrow, then?
I might have it done before the day's over with if I stop working on this one. You are a refugee, after all.
Yes, but I don't want to take someone else's time away from you.
It's just some noble. Hans couldn't afford to go to the costumarium, so he came here.
Well, if it's noble, I don't much care.
Could you make another for me as well?
Again, there's a stall with your face in it.
Yes, but we have matching outfits.
What do you want?
Similar, but aside from the neutral expression, if you could make it a featureless mask.
Well, that would be a neutral expression without any embellishment.
Yes, but no,
No
lips,
embellishment.
no nose.
Do you want eyes?
Yes,
I mean, I can just give you a piece of wood and you can strap it to your face and you pretty much...
but I think your
Yeah, how lame
craftsmanship
would that
will
be?
speak well enough.
You want it to be a face
Yes,
with eyes,
yes,
dark mesh to hide yours,
yes.
but nothing else.
If you could, instead of vines and leaves, a set of auburn leaves, red, as if they were about
You
to
all are
fall.
doing a theme.
Yeah.
That's cute. I can do that, no problem. But
Excellent.
that'll take me till tomorrow to do too.
Of course.
I envy the theme.
Yes, yes, yes. How?
You're all very odd for gladiators.
Four. If you were going to get a mask, I'm just very curious. What would you get?
I mean,
Assuming you'd go with a wintry theme like we were doing.
you guys had the idea of doing your face as the mask, correctly? So
Well, he has an actual face. It's not featureless. I was just doing that because it would be funny.
giraffe.
I can carve a giraffe.
Let's do the giraffe.
A giraffe it
With
is.
snowflakes.
By the end
Giraffes
of tomorrow.
aren't a very wintry animal.
They could be. Just change the color. They have blue tongues.
Blue tongues, that has
I
to
can
be
make a tongue sticking out that's colored blue.
perfect.
All right. Apparently, that's going to happen now.
So a winter giraffe
ball.
and 2 seasonal masks of our own
End of
likeness.
day tomorrow. 30 gold.
All right.
Alright, see you tomorrow at the end of the day.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I only make the front part though, it's not gonna be, I just do the strap.
I'll be fine.
It'll look good.
I very much believe you.
I suppose a haberdashery next?
I think so. Hats or scarves would be the last piece.
Yes, it would foil the whole surprise if they could see the rest of my head.
Exactly.
They sell hats here, but it sounds like you need something. Hats here tend to be nice day for fishing, ain't it? As opposed to,
Not exactly apparel for the ball, shall we say.
correct.
Do you know of a good haberdashery?
Harrison's Haberdashery.
Harrison's it is.
You're gonna need to go over by where the tailor shop Alessandro's is. It's a few doors down.
You don't say.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they tend to group together those of a certain fashion.
It makes sense.
I'm surprised he sent you here.
Well, he sent us to the costumier.
Of course, he gets a kickback, I'm assured.
Unfortunately, the costumarium didn't have any costumes.
Well, they're not exactly known. But nobles get bored.
Oh,
Yes.
we heard.
That said, we are not nobles.
You know, it wasn't always like that here in Britain. We had a king.
Was it good, King?
Things were better.
Who took his place?
And who was that king?
The harbor master and the merchants and the guilds. That was long before my time. That was before my grandpappy's time. But once, it was more, there's a fancy word for it. No. Egalitarian. It was more egalitarian here.
Do you have any idea who was that king? Or is that just lost to time?
I'm sure someone wiser than me could tell you that.
I'm sure the city has a library. Such a place would be a good starting point to find that out.
It was when the dwarves were still here. No offense, most of you are gone. It was a long ago.
I might take these couple days to look into this.
Yes.
Excuse me. And Toff's gonna walk out and toward the nearest library where he goes.
Okay. You two are going to a haberdashery. You're going to a library. You're watching poppers.
I'm watching Papa's eating
And you're
fish and chips.
watching them now because they're.
Yeah, I know, I'm just like,
Walsey, what are you doing?
eating fish and chips. Bye.
Do you want to come with me and Philippe to the haberdashery? There's finery.
Why would you go to the haberdashery?
To get a hat.
Sure, why not? Let's go to the haberdashery.
And you have something better to do.
Well, I was doing something funny now, but it's not as funny anymore, so let's go.
So you go to Harrison's Haberdashery, which you find about 4 doors down from Alessandro's. And as you enter, the proprietor is actually a dwarf.
Oh.
A rarity, for sure. Besides Tofton the blacksmith, you guys haven't seen any real other dwarves, except for the ones on the island. And you walk into the haberdashery, and it's exactly as you would think. It's got wooden carved round heads on sticks, kind of all lining the sides with different hats. There's top hats, sombreros, sun hats. You name it, if it's a hat fixture, it's in this shop. And they all seem to be really well made. And in the center of the shop, working on a hat, is a diminutive dwarf. Not thick of arm, not tall of stature, he actually looks a bit frail compared to Tom. But a dwarf nonetheless.
Funny. Didn't see very many of them around. I mean, we can't see very many of us either, but still.
Pardon me, your name is Harry?
No, I'm Dimizad.
Dimizad.
This is Harrison's Haberdashery.
Harrison.
I'm Dimizad.
Well, I'm working with a tailor just a few doors over. I was wondering if I could get a matching hat.
Alessandro's.
Correct.
To match what Alessandro's making for you.
Yes.
When do you need it?
In 3 days for the ball.
How many?
Oh, I'm just here to watch.
Just the two.
Toft? Are you getting?
He's not here.
He's not here.
Oh,
I looked into a library.
just looks at the top-shaped blank space right next to him. Just well, I don't think he's going to need a hat if he's going with a giraffe mask.
Nor do I think we would be able to get his measurements with him not here.
That's true. Well, I would like a sombrero, if a styling is needed.
And he looks and he points to what looks like a sombrero. He's like, one of those.
Is it beautiful and immaculate, and it looks like a halo?
It looks like a mariachi sombrero.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's popular with the sailors for some reason. Just
Oh.
keeps the sun off.
I suppose if we're going to be matching,
Well, not every aspect needs to be on par if there's a hat you'd rather have.
Refugees, right? You want? So if I just ask Alessandro to show me samples of what he's making for you, I can just base it off that color pattern and scheme, and you will be most satisfied.
excellent.
I look forward to it.
For mine, would it be possible on the back of it to have some sort of hanging to hide the back of my head?
Perhaps a veil?
Simple enough.
Perhaps a veil? Like a thorn?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, we can attach something that's easy enough. Sometimes the guard that goes out into the mountains and foothills, they have me do something like that to keep the sun off the night.
Yes.
And do you happen to have scarves?
No, this is a haberdashery. We
Right.
sell hats. If you need a scarf, Alessandro probably have material that can be made into a scarf.
I'm sure it would.
Did you tell him you wanted a scarf?
I hadn't thought of it until now. I just want to hide the remainder of my features if I'm going in a mask and hat as well.
You can just ask him, I suppose. You're not that far.
Everybody else going in disguise in theory.
I'm going in disguise as myself so I can reveal that it's me under my disguise.
Well, if you could let Alessander know that I simply want a scarf of sorts to hide my features, that would be excellent.
You got it.
Thank you kindly. Well, Philippe, Ozzy, I'm good.
10 gold per hat.
Easily done.
Yes. Coin noises.
When is Alessandro supposed to have your outfits complete?
I believe he said in 2 days.
Thereabouts.
The hats will be with him. No need to come back unless you love one more hat. He could use a hat.
Was he?
First of all, I wear hoods. Second of all, I'm good. I already have a costume prepared for myself. So,
But a good hat is something you can always have with you.
a good hood is attached to your jacket.
A good hat won't suffocate you in the heat.
A good hood won't suffocate you either.
Hats are a sign of status.
Hoods are a sign of coolness.
You can put weapons in hats.
Where?
I can put weapons in my mane.
No,
Yes, I can.
that would be terrible.
Hats make statement. Hoods cover your head.
A mane does the same thing as a hat, but it's better.
Got me there. You should really buy a hat, though. I need the money.
Oh, okay.
Because this man's honest.
Fair, okay. I'll buy a hat. Why not?
You all live on that Kobol's boat, right?
For now, yes.
Yes.
For the moment.
His name
I'll get you a sailor.
belonged to him.
everything belongs to him.
Something piratey.
Maybe, yes.
It can be fun.
A Terracorn would be fun. Take a Terracorn. Yes, of course. Bloodborne to Terracorn. Yeah,
It'll
that's good.
be with their hats.
Okay, why not?
I'll make you the one that the kids always request. They want to be an admiral for the Founders Day.
Why not? Sure, it'll be funny.
I'll match what you're wearing.
Perfect. That was 10 gold, correct? Or how much?
5 gold for yours. I don't have to match anything. Theirs is going to be expensive.
That's more platinum.
materials.
I do want change.
I was going to say, that's a bit overpaying.
You know,
Make some change. Get you back your change.
thank you.
Meanwhile, Thorn's just on the ship, like, I just got fucking. Someone tried to bug me.
I think I'm bugged by my cousins.
No, they're human.
John
They're
and Carl.
Race no means nothing when you're poor.
Oh, fair.
Fuck up, John.